Another thing that I've done is I've made myself a couple sets of leaders again. These are a little bit shorter. I found canvas that I ordered years ago. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to make myself a whole bunch of leaders. I'm going to use probably like have a set of 2 or 3 specifically for my projects. So my projects have leaders on them and they're ready to start working on them because I'm going to be doing a lot of custom quilting. And so yeah, I made myself I think 3 sets of leaders so I could kind of put my own projects on leaders. And like, look at Warren, well used, well loved leaders. I didn't number these like I did these because I kind of know in general kind of like how I put my fabric on, but yeah, that's another thing I've been doing. This is what I'm gonna work on soon. I'm gonna start taking the paper off of it, and then I already got the back fabric. Let me show it to you. So you can see like in these areas there's like little pieces of paper. I'm gonna go through this whole quilt. Gonna go ahead and take this paper off these weird little areas. Removing the paper is not that hard. What I found that is a little bit complicated is these little kind of inside seams. I know there is a way to where you kind of get rid of this paper early on, but I didn't do that because I didn't know to do that. You can see like little paper here. Go ahead and start ironing her and making sure that she has no open seams, and I'm also going to starch her and get her ready. I need to fix a seam in here, and I know when you're paper piecing, it's like, okay, trying to figure out how to fix it. What I ended up doing is I need to get within the seam because this stitch quality is really bad. I don't know if you can see that. Do you see how bad that stitch quality is? I need to seam it back down, but this was kind of like stuck together. So I did a little cut slit here and a cut slit here so that I could open up that seam so I could go ahead and sew. I have taken the paper off, and I have try not to stretch it. That's why I'm holding it the way I'm holding it. I've taken the paper off. I'm still taking paper off, and I have found the back fabric, 108 back fabric. I thought this would look beautiful when I put orange on it, and then I also got my wool batting. I have a whole thing of wool batting, bought it on Amazon, and then I also am now working on it on Procreate and start designing it so I can figure out how I want to long arm it. I appreciate you. What else am I working on? I don't know. Oh, I lasered like a barn yarn quilt, and I started kind of working on it. Kind of wanted to give up on it because I don't like how it's turning out. But man, I need to just go for it and not think about. I'm real critical. So yeah. Alright, another thing I'm working on is my tufting. I went ahead and I got a bird quilt block pattern and I put it on the tufting frame, and this is what it looks like, and this is how far I've gotten. I have gotten all of the yarn skein wound because you have to wind all the colors into these little balls. I have everything wound and I started it. I think the gun is doing a loop cut, not a cut. So anyway, I'm just learning, I'm just trying, but this is how far I've gotten with it. I'm excited because I'm also using a kind of scrap piece of fabric that I'm using to make this, but it's turning out so far. I'm not as on top of it because I only do it when I have time, and sometimes I'm doing it at midnight when that's the only time I have time. But I'm trying to make sure that I sleep well because I have really bad sleeping habits. But okay, I'm tufting a bird. I don't know, this is supposed to be like light blue, but I started tufting. I wanted to do a quilt block as a tufting rug. All this is supposed to be like a pinwheel with green in the background. Let me show you the other side. So let me also show you up close. What it looks like. It's not cutting the fabric well, but it's okay. It's a start. And I'm using a scrap piece of, I think this is called, I don't know what it's called. I got all the yarn wound, light blue and the dark blue. Got everything ready. I just need to start working on it and keep tufting. So I have all my tufting stuff here. Quilts that I quilted on that 24-hour live read or live streaming. I went ahead and I have had all of them bound and I have given them all away. Every single one has been given away except one of them that I need to redo the binding on. And yeah, they're all done. I gave one away on a TikTok group that they sew all day. I gave one to them, the blue one with the stars. I found random strangers in the middle of the street and just gave them quilts. I gave one to a police officer that I think is one of the most beautiful quilts that are out there. And yeah, they're all gone except one. And then I gave a couple to my daughter-in-law, and she has them, 2 of them that I gave to her. So yeah, they're by. I also probably am thinking of doing another 24-hour live stream of long arm quilting quilts. What I'm doing now is going to get ready to get all the back fabric ready and cut and ready to go. And probably since I made extra leaders, I may put some of those back fabrics on leaders so that we're not kind of going constantly when we're working on them, where I could kind of sit down and rest, because that 24 hours was a grind. Tomorrow I'll do another t-shirt quilt. That's what's on the long arm right now. You could do it, Mother, and you could do it. You could. I'm not like being melodramatic, right? Like life is that hard in my life. So yeah, let's see you, and then I'll see you in the next one.